sparring sessions.
Right.
Where he's getting 3-minute breaks, 1-minute breaks, short turnover. He said he's prepared for this. He's ready to go. And let's find out.
Prater against Charlie Brown. Prater right back.
And that's not to take anything away from Charlie Brown, who's also a warrior. Let's not forget, he's on his second fight. Yeah, the turnover was a little long, but he's still fighting a second time and actually was forced to cool down and get warm again. So, just unbelievable courage and toughness by these guys. I cannot believe it. They're better men than me.
Long feeling out process here at the beginning of round one.
Come on, guys. Fight for action.
And they want action. Brown came in a little bit, but then backed off.
Prater comes in, fires a few off. Charlie Brown right back at him, counter-punching.
Prater with the big kick to the head. It's almost like Prater needs to work up a sweat again.
Really, I mean, coming back, he wasn't able to bop around too much, I would imagine, to get warmed up while they're wrapping the hands. You got to hand still, or I'm sorry, you got to stand still to make sure it's done and done right. So I'm sure he got a minute or two to move around, but part of this is going to be getting some of the lactic acid out. For both of these fighters, getting warmed up a little bit, and there's a whole brand new opponent too. They're going to have to feel each other out, but they're in the thick of it now.
I'm surprised Prater hasn't tried to take him to the ground, make a move. Brown with a low kick.
Both seem comfortable with this distance. Both seem comfortable striking with each other. Who's going to get off first? Who's going to do the first damage? Who's going to take control?
Come on, guys. Go back to the outside. Good job. Beat it up.
Prater with a low kick.
We talked about this a little bit earlier, but Carlo Prater has lived everywhere, born in Sao Paulo.
Well, that was a low blow.
You good?
He nailed Charlie Brown below the waist there, but Charlie says he's okay.
He's worse for the wear. But Prater, born in Brazil, moved to another town in Brazil, moved to Oklahoma after that, then to Texas. His wife and child live in Brazil. His father's a missionary down there. That's why he traveled so much.
If he can get a win, he said he would take the money and get himself a farm in Brazil.
Yeah, he's currently in Enid, Oklahoma, also training with the Charles Crazy Horse wrestling coach that he went down to tighten up their wrestling. Chris Thorne, the local stuntman, as Kid Chaos calls him. But Enid, Oklahoma, and Houston, Texas. And he travels between those two with his training team.
Under 2 minutes to go in this round. Our clock is down right now on the screen, so I'll share with you the time as much as I can. This round has been fought exclusively on their feet. A couple of kicks attempted, not many punches. And
there's
now Prater grabs a single leg.
He's switching off to a double there. He's going to want to get a little lower, get behind that knee. It's more difficult when you're up on the thighs like that or behind the butt.
A minute to go in the first round. Nice combination by Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Left hand by Brown. That definitely staggered Prater. And then a knee to the midsection and a knee to the thigh. So Brown woke up, maybe gaining a little confidence.
Yeah, he was able to stop that takedown, and he landed flush on a few punches and then just came after him, firing off. And now they grapple here on the inside. Prater has one overhook, and they're both pummeling in this, trying to get that arm underneath the armpit there, fighting for position. Every inch counts.
10 seconds to go in the first round. Not very much happening. Just the one flurry by Brown, which might be enough to win him the round.
Prater going for that takedown, body lock, gets it.
And he got it in before the end of the round. Maybe that counts with the judges.
It definitely counts with the judges. Not a lot of clean punches landed flush on Prater, but a few. He fired back as well. And ultimately the question is, what is that takedown worth? What is the value of that takedown? It's definitely scored. Is it enough to steal the round? Very, very close round.
So Prater lost, remember, in the quarterfinals to Rich Crunkleton. Crunkleton then took on Baker. Crunkleton was supposed to take on Baker. That's where we are right now. So Prater losing to Crunkleton. Crunkleton unable to continue. Baker fought Warfield. Baker won. He was unable to continue. That's where we got to right now.
Let's take a look at the takedown here in the first round. Seconds left. He blocks that knee, pinching it, takes him down, covers, and then time expires. And the question is, what, because it was such a close round, what value do the judges award that takedown? Being able to control another man, take him down to the ground against his will, it has value, but what value did the judges score it?
So round 2 could be the final round of this bout, or we could be forced to go to a 3-minute overtime.
And again, every minute, every second that ticks by is a second that Drew Fickett is a little fresher, and these guys are a little more tired. But such mental toughness, such heart. Just, these guys are warriors. I cannot even believe this right now.
Brown missing with the kick. You can see the focus in the eyes of Prater.
Prater's wife is in medical school. So if he doesn't win this tournament and take home that money, he's got that to fall back on as well. So he's got options. Prater's got options.
Prater again in on the single leg.
And on that shot, he's now locked his hands between that leg. He's going to want to put his hips in and lift up there. The lower he gets on those legs, the better for him. If he can lock those hands, again, too high, and he just slipped up. His hand slid right up over that
and
leg.
Charlie with the knee to the thigh of Prater, then a knee to the other thigh. Prater battling back with his knee.
Charlie doing a great job of stuffing those takedowns. He's got the double underhooks now. It looks like, no, it's under over, but he's got his hands locked. And
Time.
Break in action here. Possibly a low blow.
Yeah, I think Prater got it. So he'll get a little bit of time here. Prater was kneed in the groin. And once again, Prater was the last quarterfinal match. He lost, but he came back following the first semifinal win by Fickett.
Let's see if we can see here. His knee.
You ready?
And oh, wow. Bullseye.
You felt that one, right?
Right. Step outside, step outside. Outside.
And the action has started again.
Take the leg.
Both these guys have been a little cautious in this round. They both have a plan for every round, what they wanted to do, how they wanted to execute, at what pace they wanted to work.
Again, Prater gets in there, but he's been unable to make a throw from that position. Is it because his leverage isn't good enough? He's not low enough?
It really is. No disrespect to him. He's a highly skilled wrestler. But when you drop in on those legs, you want to be behind the knees in a perfect world. It's not always like that, but the higher he gets behind those hamstrings or below the butt or above the waist, the less leverage he has, the less control he has.
He needs more leverage.
Yeah.
And
inside
this time
trip.
he takes him down.
That inside trip, he puts the leg in, hooks it out, sags on that side, and gets the takedown. His second takedown. Let's see what he can do from here. He's in the guard position.
Brown chops away a little bit at the head, but that's not doing much damage from his position on his back. He's got no power from there.
And we saw Charlie working from the guard for a short amount in his alternate bout with Van Hoven, but he was the one taking down the wrestler. He was always on top. So Prater, that's a quality takedown on a guy who's who's doing very well with his wrestling here.
Prater staying busy down there, throwing punches. Now he's inside of Brown's guard.
Just grinding away, scoring those points. 2 minutes to go in the second round. Prater content to stay in guard here and work away in a triangle attempt. Prater's jumped up on the back. Charlie Brown missed that triangle attempt. He was able to pass just too high. He fell off the top there.
A minute 20 to go in the second round.
It's Charlie Brown. He's going to want to score some points with this judge. Land some punches, maybe get a little more aggressive just because he did suffer that takedown and he was on bottom for
and there's Brown.
That shot.
He shoots in there, but it didn't do much. Prater warded it off, and Prater with the throw down.
Foot sweep. That is the same takedown minus the committal of the hips that he hit on Crunkleton, where he just threw him. This was more of a foot sweep. He circles in and just kicks those feet out, sweeps those feet out, and now he's on top.
And now he's inside Brown's guard again. And I'll tell you, Charlie's got to get busy.
30 seconds left. 2 takedowns by Prater. Spent some time on the ground. And here he goes. Charlie Brown needs to do something, but Prater rolls for a knee bar. He's going to want to extend that leg. And he might have a submission there, but he leaves his head open for strikes if he holds onto that leg because both hands are busy. And Charlie Brown gets the reversal. Is it too little, too late?
Final seconds of the second round, and that is it. So the question is, will we go to a third round, an overtime round? I gave Prater the first round. Question is, did Brown do enough at the end there to win the second round?
That's a tough call. Prater was on top much longer, busier. It just might have been too little, too late for Charlie Brown. Yeah, he got the reversal off of the Prater transitioned into a submission when he almost got reversed there. He ended up on bottom, but only for a matter of seconds and wasn't hit for it. It really is going to come down how they judge that first round. The second round's going to go to Prater.
The update on Rich Crunkleton, he had a rib injury, and the doctor would not allow him to continue. Here's some highlights from the second round.
The big knee by Charlie Brown just missed. It seemed to land on the pec there. But as we were talking about the takedown there, he just wants to be a little bit lower on those legs. Charlie Brown doing a good job of getting his underhook underneath that armpit and pulling him up, lifting him up off my legs so they're chest to chest. So good technical defense.
Here's the decision. Ray Flores will tell us about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Your winner by majority decision and advancing to the Shine Fights Lightweight Grand Prix Finals, Carlo Charlie.
How about that? The man that lost his first round match
He's into the
finals. And not for a lack of skill. And these are the exact words that he told us in the interview yesterday. It may not be the best fighter, but it may just be the mentally toughest, the most prepared, and he is certainly that.
So Prater was upstairs. He had taken off his wraps. He had lost his quarterfinal bout.